in from the Middle East. Meanwhile, viewers, more news we're tracking on the broadcast. US President Donald Trump has stated that he is disappointed that India is purchasing oil from Russia. Trump has reiterated that he has put a high tariff on India for doing the same. Listen in.
You know, I've been very disappointed that India would be buying so much oil, as you know, from Russia. And I let them know that. We put a very big tariff on India, 50% tariff, very high tariff. I get along very well with Modi, as you know. He's great. He was here a couple of months ago.
Meanwhile, Trump has also stated that he will always be friends with the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. That's not all. He's also gone on to state that India and the United States have a special relationship and there is nothing to worry about. He has stated that he gets along with the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi as he was here a couple of months ago and they went together to the Rose Garden as well. Take a look.
I always will. I'll always be friends with Modi. He's great. Prime Minister, he's great. I'll always be friends, but I just don't like what he's doing at this particular moment. But India and the United States have a special relationship. There's nothing to worry about. We just have moments on occasion.
Remember earlier, Donald Trump had made a post on his platform Truth Social suggesting that the US had quote-unquote lost India to China. His comments followed the Xi-Putin-Modi meeting at the SCO summit, and it now seems that Trump has walked back on the comments that he posted yesterday. But that's not all that we're tracking. As per the latest information, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reacted to Donald Trump's comments as well. He has welcomed what Trump has stated. You can see the statements flashing on your screen. He said that he deeply appreciates and fully reciprocates President Trump's sentiments and positive assessment of the India-US equation. He's further gone on to state that India and the United States have a very positive and forward-looking, comprehensive and global strategic partnership. With us on the broadcast is Ms. Shruti Dasgupta, International Affairs expert, joining us from New Delhi. Thank you for taking out time speaking to us on NewsX World. This is quite the interesting development because over the last couple of weeks or so, we've seen several advisors of Donald Trump. We've seen some of his secretaries as well, including the Commerce Secretary, come out and make some rather incendiary statements regarding India and India's purchase of Russian oil as well. Trump too yesterday claimed that the United States had quote-unquote lost India to China. This, of course, comes after the optics that everyone had seen at the SCO summit. Now he's making almost a 180-degree U-turn as far as his statements are concerned. Do you think the administration at large and their approach to India as far as the tariffs are concerned are also likely to change, or will we see the current status quo continue?
Well, I'd at least see a decrease in the incendiary comments. Greetings to you, Pia, and your viewers. But only the comments will kind of decrease as of now because we still haven't reached any kind of trade agreement with USA under its new regime. Although we've been trying since November, a team from India has been trying to get a decent deal with USA and Trump 2.0. We've not got a trade deal. And for no matter what, a lot of us here in India believe very firmly that Russia is just an excuse to put the sanctions tariffs on India. It is the Indian market's refusal to open its dairy and agriculture to US deals is what is the reason for these punitive tariffs to be put on the nation. So unless an entire trade equation is worked out for the benefit of India and USA both, I don't think the tariffs are going to go away. What I do know is that at least the extremely, disgusting remarks from my end, when you call it Modi's war and when you call it a dead economy, when you call it a Brahmin-run a profiteering structure, these kind of comments at least will be put on hold. There will be some sense of maturity when the comments start coming out from USA after Trump's interview. as well as PM Modi's response. India on its own has handled this situation in a very, very balanced diplomatic manner. We've not responded beyond us analysts decoding exactly how offensive these comments are to us. The bureaucracy has not responded with any incendiary remarks on its own. So India has managed its diplomacy very, very well. They have not taken the bait that was thrown out. So the relationships are not soured. And that is why Trump said that India and US are still alive. We've not taken the bait. We've not fallen into the trap. And we're still open to anybody who's willing to do business with India while profiting by being an Indian partner and also ensuring that India grows with it. We're not looking to be a vassal state. And that is an acknowledgement that has come through with this particular statement of Trump and the acknowledgement by PM Modi himself.
Indeed, and taking forward the last point that you've made as far as Prime Minister Modi's reaction is concerned, he has so far been mum on all the sharp digs that Trump and his officials...
I can't hear you.
Now, can you hear me now, ma'am?
Yes, yes.
Indeed. As I was mentioning earlier, I'd like to take forward the last point that you've made regarding Prime Minister Modi's reaction. So far, he has remained mum on the statements that Trump himself and Trump's officials have been making as well, the sharp digs. He's not taken the bait. Do you think with what we've seen recently as far as Prime Minister Modi's presence in Tianjin and now these comments with Donald Trump's latest statements and the Prime Minister's reactions, are we seeing India now asserting and giving a pointed message to the United States of America that we are a sovereign nation and we will take decisions, legitimate decisions in the Indian interest?
Definitely. Tianjin was a message which was very well received. It was also a very balanced message. We were there in Tianjin. We were wining and dining with Putin and Xi Jinping. We were ready to put away our differences with China and test the waters and see how it will go forth. We've had a wonderful relationship and trade agreements with Japan and the MOUs we've talked about. We've had wonderful MOU signed with a lot of African nations, $100 billion business coming through from there. We are aligning ourselves with the South American nations, and the MENA markets are coming through. So a lot of trade is happening, and this is specifically crystallized in the last 6 months while Donald Trump was sitting on the throne of USA. So their prompts were not responded to. We flexed our diplomatic muscles, our economic ties in the face of USA by going to the summit of SCO summit in Tianjin, but we did not stay for the military parade. And so we've kind of balanced that entire equation out by saying we are open to trade. We are not open to being vassal states, either by China or by USA. We are our own people, and we will make necessary decisions that make sure that India continues to rise and any other trading partner is welcome to join the ride.
All right, ma'am. With that, I would like to thank you for taking our time, sharing your perspective on this very crucial development.